Hey guys, Nova here. So we are facing Peter for this little quick ball fun draft. Sorry that my voice is a little bad. A couple days ago I got some chili stuck in it and it really hurt my throat. But yeah, let's write down his team. Ogrepon, Goldango, Iron Hands, Indeedee Male. It's so funny that my voice like 10 minutes ago was fine. Ish. Drifloon. It'll go back to normal soon. I think Noivern start is perfectly good here. His Terra Captains are Indeedee and Drifloon. So let's see which one he Terras. But yeah, good luck, have fun with Peter. It's so weird.
Hey guys, if you like draft content, please subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. It helps a lot, and I'm going to keep making this content. But yeah, I'll let you guys get back to the battle. Bye-bye.
That my voice randomly started going bad. Oh, perfect lead. I think we just go for a Hurricane. Wait, why is Hurricane not super? Oh, it is, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't hurt just going for a Hurricane. Anything that want to switch in is really bad. Kaz. Oh, you don't want to switch this in. Neutral, but... Oh, good confusion. We're just gonna U-turn out. I'm thinking he's gonna like Ice Punch. Yeah, I'm thinking he's gonna Ice Punch. I might switch to doing like post-com, just so my voice sounds better. Oh, so you stay in.
Hello everyone, so this just in, I'm Chris, and I will be covering the rest of this this Pokemon battle. And this was super smart. Lapras going for Psychic Noise, stopping the Drain Punch from happening. And if you guys don't know, Kaz is a huge fan of Lapras. Just so you guys know, it's one of his favorite Pokemon. But yeah, so going right here, this is a match between the coach of the Bermuda Kecleons, Nova, versus Peter of the Maryland Mudkips. And right here, guys, it's a Lapras out of water. It's crazy. But that's a clean 50% Earthquake going off. Personally, if I was Nova here, I would have swapped to one of the two dark types, either Zarude or Incineroar, because most likely a psychic move is coming here. This is an Indeedee. This Pokemon doesn't have that many moves. But that is a Psychic Terra right there, folks. That is a Psychic Terra. This thing, if it specs, it's gonna hit like a truck. Let's see, folks. That's big damage, but Lapras lives. Even Nova's surprised, guys. He was like, oh. But yeah, and this Indeedee goes down to this Earthquake. But now, Lapras is hugely chunked. Lapras is literally on the edge of dying. Personally, if I was Nova, I would have went to one of these dark types, because that expanding force would have done nothing. And if that Pokemon was choice specs there, or like a choice item, Peter would have had to swap out. Peter would have had to swap out, and it was like literally a free turn, if anything. So this Ogerpon is Peter's win condition, I feel like, personally. And El Tigre comes in here, and that's a free layer of spikes. Nova doesn't really have a way of getting rid of this, except for that Great Tusk right there. And if Nova was to go for a spin, they got a giant balloon, like out of nowhere. This balloon, like when it was a baby, it would come out of the sky and grab children, and then like it would go up to the very top of the sky and like drop them and dead. Like these kids were dead. If you guys didn't know about them horror stories back from Diamond and Pearl days, you know, the Ogerpon switches out because this Ogerpon doesn't want to take any chip from this Incineroar. But Incineroar is going for that momentum U-turn and getting out. Nova gave us the thumbs up, guys. Nova gave us the thumbs up. He was predicting the switch out on this play. Personally, I would bring in Stormbringer, the Noivern, because I don't see this Great Tusk doing nothing to this Weezing. And Weezing, if it has Will-O-Wisp, it can burn Great Tusk. Legit, we haven't seen any, no Levitate or Neutralizing Gas per se. So we pretty sure think this is Levitate. And Noivern tells us that this Weezing has Black Sludge. Ooh, the miss. Nova's not happy about that miss. Personally, folks, I would have went for Draco here, because Draco would have done much more, and you're not risking that Gamba miss. But I know the coach of the Bermuda Kecleons loves his Gamba. He will go for all these Gamba moves, missing 70% moves, missing 90%. But when you hit them 70 or 90% moves, ooh, they feel so good. You get that huge dopamine hit, guys. This is just in, folks. He's dropping a Draco. He's dropping the meteors from the sky. He figured out the right play, and it did a huge chunk. Nova's excited. You saw that on his face, folks. But now Noivern's taking a ton of chip, and now Noivern's basically at 80%. Nova's thinking what he's gonna do. He's thinking, do we stay in and drop another Draco to hopefully kill this thing? He's thinking, folks. But he's seen a Sludge Wave happen twice. Okay, he's U-turning out. He's U-turning out. And good momentum. See, gave us a thumb up. He was thinking that. Okay, Goldango coming in. Because Peter knows from when Nova was in the finals of Puddle that Draco did not do much to the Goldango. And he probably seen that replay. And he swapped into it for safety. But I feel like that Incineroar is coming in. Or you can go Great Tusk. And dude, the music's changing. Is there a Kahuna? There's someone from the Alola region coming? It's El Tigre the Incineroar. We just have the music change from the Hawaii, essentially, like the Hawaiian region. Oh, I feel like that Flare Blitz is coming, guys. And the Goldango switches out. This just in. And Kaz comes out. Can we get the kill on the Iron Hands? Ooh, such close damage. Nova's surprised by that damage. But now, we don't want this Iron Hands to heal. We've seen the Drain Punch. He's checking to see if Incineroar is faster than Iron Hands. Min speed, like, basically, if this is max speed Iron Hands, it's outspeeding Incineroar. Oh no, don't do it. Don't do it. Kaz. Not to Kaz's favorite one of his favorite Pokemons. 07, guys. 07. Iron Hands is about to kill. Like, Kaz is about to kill one of his favorites. This is unspeakable. 07, guys. It's so sad when Kaz is literally killing his own favorite Pokemon. 07, guys. 07. But that was like good on Nova, because that was needed, because we don't want this Iron Hands to heal for a lot. If Iron Hands Drain Punched into Incineroar, it's gaining back at least like a good 40%, maybe 50%. Personally, I would go into Past Tusk here. Great Tusk could deal with this. It could deal with a lot of Pokemon on the other side. Personally, you could go for that Ice Spinner. It could maybe even die to a Rapid Spin from Great Tusk. That's how strong Great Tusk is. But what is Nova thinking? Stormbringer. He's checking out what item this Iron Hands has. He gets that information from the bat. And it says Assault Vest. Nova doesn't like it, because if this thing is 252 in special defense plus that Assault Vest, it can maybe live this Flamethrower, and does it live? It gets the kill. Nova gives us the thumbs up there, folks. This Noivern is our win condition from the reporter saying on the field. Noivern outspeeds the whole entire enemy team. And that is a balloon. That is the balloon that steals away kids, guys. Maybe not in this evolved form, but gotta be careful with this thing. Okay, Nova is going for the momentum play here, folks. And switches out. Who is he going into? Maybe the Zarude, maybe the Scizor. Okay, Scizor. Scizor's good play. If this is the fact. And folks, we really do not want to knock off this Drifloon, because if we knock it off and if it's unbirding, it's going to double in speed. And Peter goes for the Calm Mind, folks. So it's powering up already. If this Pokemon goes for any like Strength Sap to heal or anything, it could be in danger, folks. But I don't think Peter wants to activate this Unburdened tech yet. Okay, Nova's relieved that we didn't knock off that item yet. But here comes in the Ogerpon. The Ogerpon Fire, per se. And Scizor is afraid of this monster. Ooh, that's some good chip. That's some good chip. Okay, Nova is agreeing. That is some good chip. Oh, no. He's going to El Tigre again. That's a very predictable play, folks. Because last time, Nova did go for this play. Oh, Great Tusk? No, he's going into El Tigre. So, we're going to get that Intimidate off. So, this Ogerpon is -1 defense. But if Peter predicts this, it could be huge damage on Incineroar. Let's see. Oh, the Stomping Tantrum comes out. And does a huge chunk to Incineroar. Personally, folks, I would not switch into this Noivern. Because if this Noivern goes down... Oh, Nova's making the bold play. Because if this Noivern goes down, this Ogerpon is outspeeding basically the whole team. Other than this Great Tusk. If this Great Tusk uses his booster and has to switch out. Stomping Tantrum goes out, folks. Okay, he's thumbsing up. He's happy that was the play. A music change. The World Tournament. Oh, snap, guys. The World Tournament is here. And personally, if I was Nova here, I would just U-turn. Because all you need on this Ogerpon here is chip. Don't go for the Gamba, Nova. But we know you love the Gamba. Oh no. Don't let Noivern go down. Will he go for the Gamba? The Gamba is hard to resist. Anyone who plays gacha games knows about the Gamba. Does Nova like the Gamba? Let's see, folks. Let's see. Does he send off the Hurricane? Or does he U-turn? Or even Flamethrower to get some more chip? This timer is coming down to the wire. He's thinking. He's thinking long and hard. 4. Oh, and he goes for the Gamba. But Peter doesn't want to risk that. So he swaps. And comes out the Joker. That is the Wheezing, folks. And the Hurricane hits. And the Wheezing will go down. The physical defensive wall goes down. Alright, folks. How will Peter deal with this amazing threat in Noivern? This thing is outspeeding everyone. And comes the Slim Jim. Personally, I do not think that this Noivern can kill this thing at basically full HP with a Flamethrower. I personally would switch out. But let's see what Nova does. Nova's thinking. Nova's nodding. He's like, this Flamethrower doesn't kill, folks. This doesn't kill. So let's see. Okay, good. He goes for the momentum play because we're faster than everything. This team is very slow. Except for the Ogerpon. And Unburden Drifloon. Does he make the Zarude play? Zarude doesn't look like it will take much from this Ogerpon. Or not Ogerpon per se. The Slim Jim. The Goldango. But this Goldango goes for Dazzling Gleam, a fairy move, and it hits like a truck. Nova's surprised that this Goldango gets a fairy move because it's a steel type, folks. That's wild. And we're checking how fast we are, and it's very sad that Zarude doesn't get like Sucker Punch and is like 9 points slower or 11 points slower than Ogerpon. But then that Goldango goes down, folks. With that knockoff, that was huge damage from Zarude, and and Zarude is Life Orb and does a little damage to himself, but that's okay. And Ogerpon comes in. This Pokemon outspeeds the heck out of Zarude by 11 points. Personally, if I was Nova here, I would go into like Great Tusk, but oh no, folks, we're giving up Incineroar. We're giving up the El Tigre. If he predicts a Stomping Tantrum, but I think he's going to go for Ivy Cudgel, folks. He wants to get Zarude out of the game. And there's an Ivy Cudgel, and he bonks El Tigre, and El Tigre goes down. No. All right, folks. All that is left is the Drifloon and the Ogerpon. It is 4v2 right now. But all Nova has to do to win this game, basically, is U-turn with this Noivern. Get as much chip as possible on this Ogerpon. And Scizor can literally win the game for us. Let's see what Nova goes for. Because if you go for Great Tusk, it's a 50-50. You need to predict if this Ogerpon is switching out, because this Ogerpon can Horn Leech you to heal massively. Or if you go for Headlong Rush and he switches to Drifloon, now you wasted a turn. And if you switch out from the Drifloon, you waste your booster energy, and this Ogerpon will become faster than the Great Tusk. What is Nova gonna do? Personally, U-turn. U-turn is the #1 play. The second play is Gamba. You know we love our Gamba. Let's see what Nova. Oh, he goes for the Gamba play. That's not something I would do, folks. And he misses. Nova is not happy. Nova is dying right there. Noivern goes down. The storm has fallen. Oh no, folks. Now this Pokemon is gonna outspeed everyone. Nova's not happy about that play, folks. Personally, I would have done U-turn or even Draco. Dropping a Draco would have done a lot. Even a Flamethrower would have been better than that Hurricane play. But the Gamba is strong with us. The Gamba. Alright, folks. The Great Tusk comes out for the first time in this battle. And the booster speed, I think. We're doubling our speed, basically. Alright. So you need a 50-50 here. If you go for Ice Spinner and they switch out
to Drifloon, this will do massive damage. But if you go for Headlong Rush, the Ogerpon is dead. Ice Spinner will most likely not kill the Ogerpon from 60% either, by the way, folks. And we go for the Headlong Rush. Nova is predicting that the Ogerpon will stay in. But Ogerpon dips and comes in the Drifloon. And basically we missed our attack. It does nothing because of that. Alright, folks. What will this Great Tusk do? Oh, and he's going for Ice Spinner. Ice Spinner will do a hefty chunk to this Drifloon. Ooh, that's a clean 60%, guys. Nova is surprised about that damage. Oh, no. That's the Strength Sap. He is stealing away our attack and recovering basically back to full. All Nova can do at this point is keep going for Ice Spinner and hoping for a crit. Because if this Drifloon doesn't die to a crit or die to this Ice Spinner, Great Tusk is going to be slower than basically the whole entire team from the enemy side. So Nova has to just keep going for Ice Spinner here. Nova's not happy about that. And he activated the Unburden as well, because now that Pitaya Berry boosts special attack. And this Drifloon is just healing and reducing our damage constantly. Yeah, no, Nova has to hope for a crit at this point, folks. It is not looking good. Because even if we switch out, Great Tusk is basically useless. Because the Ogerpon can massively heal off of it. Come on, Nova. You have to think of something to beat this monster of a balloon. This balloon taking people's soul, or essentially kids, away. But Nova has to figure a way. He's thinking, folks. He's doing the let me think, let me cook face. At this point, I think Great Tusk is at -4 or -5 attack. So the healing is not doing as much, but Great Tusk has a huge attack stat, so it's constantly healing for a ton. Will this crit? No, it doesn't, so it's doing even less damage. And that Air Slash basically destroys the Great Tusk. The Great Tusk goes down for the count. Now it's all up to Scizor and Zarude. Personally, folks, I would have went into Scizor here and bullet punch this. I feel like a bullet punch from this amount of HP will take it down. But let's see what our coach goes for, folks. What will Nova go for? Nova's thinking about Zarude. Because Zarude can't outspeed Ogerpon anyways. So let's see what Peter goes for. Because right now, Peter's Drifloon outspeeds massively Zarude. And Nova goes for the knockoff. Oh, he's healing off of this this Zarude, folks. This Zarude is going to hit this thing with a stab knockoff. It doesn't have an item, so it won't kill. But that's a clean 80%. Folks, if this balloon goes for Strength Sap again, I think it will die to a knockoff even at -1 or -2 per se. That was a massive amount of damage. And Nova's thinking about going for maybe some healing. 25%. That's jungle healing, by the way. You get rid of any statuses that you have and you heal for 25. But I don't think so. Oh, Zarude goes down to the Air Slash. We're riding on Mantis here, folks. All Mantis needs to do is hit 2 bullet punches. If these bullet punches do enough damage, Nova can win this game, folks. It all comes down to this wire here. Can Mantis pull this off? This bullet punch is coming, folks. And it kills the balloon. The balloon goes down. It is all up to Mantis the Scizor versus Ogerpon. Amber the Ogerpon. Can Scizor do it? I've seen Scizor come out of like worse situations here, folks. That is a hefty amount of HP left.
I think Scizor needs to go for a crit. 07, guys. We're believing in Scizor right here. Let's see. Can Mantis do it? And the bullet punch. No! Folks, if it was U-turned earlier or Draco'd earlier, it would have helped. Or even Flamethrower. It just needed that little chip. It was a close battle, folks, in this little draft fun league. But the coach is like, you know, you can't win them all. All right, guys, that is going to wrap up our coverage. He says bye. I say bye. Bye-bye.